This episode is brought to you by TwoLinedMusicHutStore.com. TwoLinedMusicHutStore.com is your all-access to culture. Check out cultural merchandise like leggings, hats, mini boxing gloves, and bags. Also t-shirts like hip-hop, nature, rock bands, reggae, and dark fantasy. Fast shipping worldwide. That's TwoLinedMusicHutStore.com. And now let's check out this episode. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast. And today, we're recording from a beautiful studio. You know, the beautiful studio called Garage. And once I say Garage, you know who we're speaking about. We're talking about NEWBALANZ from Rebelton. We're talking about the man that won World Clash 20 years ago. We're talking about the man that helped establish and put Canada on the map when it comes to SoundCloud. We're talking about the man that says crick crick. We're talking about the man that says money too enough. You know who we have? NEWBALANZ in the building. My brother, what's going on, family?
Everything balanced.
Everything's balanced. All right. You're the first person I'm speaking to for 2022. So I got to tell you, salute and happy 2022.
I'm say balance and same to you.
You understand? Yeah, all right. On this program here, we like to take it right from the beginning and then bring it right to 2022. But a lot of people don't even realize you were actually the fourth guest on the podcast. You understand? But we didn't have any videos. We weren't doing a lot of stuff. So I said, nah, man. And it's your 20th. So I said, nah, man, I got to bring you back. You understand?
Respect.
So let's take it right from the beginning. So my first question is this. We all know that you're a St. Mary representative. What part of St. Mary did you grow up in?
I was born in a place called Port Maria. Grew up at Port Maria until about 5 years old. Then I moved to Kingston. From that, Kingston, I moved to a place called Galdeville. After Galdeville, I came to a place called Scarborough, Markham and Eglinton. And about 2 years after that, I reached a place called Jane and Shepherd, up top.
Yeah.
Shepherd. So they bring me in the Downsview, North York community. Drop me at Oakdale Park Middle School, which is the family of Jane and Finch.
Right there. So originally it's St. Mary to Kingston to Galdeville to Scarborough. All right. So then in between all of this here, what type of child were you growing up that time? Were you into sports? What type of things did you like to do back then?
Everything balanced still. To tell you the truth, when we grew up as sports, we grew up active. We kick if a football time, we kick ball. For baseball time, home run, basketball time, a dunk and layup, and you know what I mean. Everything just balanced. Any sports we play with, but music was always there, no matter what. To everything. So we just as a normal child, you know what I mean. Do everything what a normal child do. Play marble, ride bicycle, climb tree. You know, things were ancient now to the society, but we do the regular things, them like, you know what I mean? And we also love technology, you know what I mean?
From back then?
From way back then till now.
Music now, did you actually see somebody playing a song you like what they were doing? There was artists in your area. What was your attraction to music?
Boy, my father, my born in the music, so probably from in my mother belly, me I hear music. Yeah, that's so I just come out to music, and one time I did hear a cassette of Charlie Chaplin and I think Pinchers and couple artists on it and Answer Rhythm I play. And I just love the vibes of all the dances I go like this are way back in the day. So me couldn't even afford cassette either. So somebody me here I play something and I just say I like that something there. But I just love music all around, and I just like sound thing. I just love music, reggae music, dancehall music, and any other music where have a vibes.
And back then, did you think you wanted to become more of an artist or more playing song? What was your thoughts at that time there?
All right. No, playing sound never come to the picture. One time I thief up my sister keyboard.
Yeah.
And say, one time when you get Christmas present, you get a keyboard with a drum, like a drum thing on it, and then you can fool around. And you can plug in a mic. And my brethren will live a shepherd one time, we just say, yo, we got DJ like Ghost and Culture. I start a little DJ thing with some amps and plug-in wire upon some 900 little speaker and beer things, and I beat the drum and a DJ and beer things, you know what I mean? So that they come before. So then one time now, my brethren D-boy now, them time they were not even a play sound yet. Him big brother did have a mixer. I made it have something what him brother want. So them time that we are trade. So me trade where me have and get the mixer, one realistic mixer with no all the glass broke out, the knob them gone and bend.
Probably no fader.
No fader, nothing. So up and down you have to mix. But me just say, yo, you know what? I want to start a little sound now.
Yeah.
That's about grade 6.
Grade 6 is when you really started to get it. So then you just tried the Ghost and Culture thing just for a bit, but it wasn't really, you didn't go to like talent shows or any of those there?
No, man. Like, we used to all break dance and them something there. Okay. So like, where average youth I grew up, you dig me and say, no, to tell you the truth, why I want to play a song, I watch a movie called Juice. Juice now, and we see the DJ butler, so me did get interested in the mixer now. Because before that, we just one turntable and DJ and them something. So we don't know nothing about them something there. But once you start get serious in that, you say you're going to need this, you're going to need this, you're going to need this. So we end up developing a bill of sound today because it starts from DJ.
Start from DJing there. So, okay, so then when you decided, okay, you're going to start playing song and stuff, who was around you at that time there?
Boy, this is shepherd days, you know. So here one now, from school time, only certain of we in Oakdale now did like a follow sound thing. So like one time, every man in Oakdale is up on a sound called Supertone.
Yeah.
Every man, about 17 away. So here one now, to the amount of man up on the sound, we couldn't get for play. Every man have a record that spin on him turntable in the hallway and say, yeah, me I mix them two way next. So then we got some bops and we start for our own sound. Right? Then times it's hard to tell you who did they run because there's too much away. Cause me tell you about Sprague, youth named Sprague, me and him did a bill of sound in out there.
Okay.
Then we reach out west, you know, me and D-boy link up in a grade 9 and say, yo, make we start and so on. Right? And then by grade 10, now we turn Rebel Tone. And so far, I say you get to do it. But
so
in the middle school, it was like a shepherd thing, uptown shepherd.
So the original Rebel Tone was you, Davy Boy,
and
which we call
Reverend.
Yeah. Okay. Rebel Tone is a Canadian song, or did it come from Jamaica?
Boy, you can say Rebel Tone birth in Canada.
Okay.
With we. But deep, the roots of Rebel Tone, you can say Jamaica. It's that.
What part of Jamaica?
St. Mary.
St. Mary.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, and what year we're talking about the Rebel Tone really gave birth?
Rebel Tone go way back to Cutty Ranks a DJ upon it, you know.
Yeah.
Rebel Tone are the first sound Cutty Ranks ever DJ upon it. You know?
Okay.
If you can see, if you go dig up Cutty Ranks interview right now, I can tell you so Rebel Tone are the first sound him DJ upon. So Rebel Tone is just I couldn't tell you say we birth this, we just build the name and say we name it Rebel Tone. We kinda inherit one dub plate.
Okay.
Without no help or say we take a song where we just get one dub plate with 4 songs on it. And we start for we song in Canada with it. So basically it started Canada, right? So I saw Rebel Tone start.
All right, from there. And what year were you talking about here?
93.
93. Yeah, that's early there. All right, you guys are doing your thing. Did you start playing like high school dances, or where do you really start to play at this time here?
All right, when Rebel Tone start, we just start with a bang. All right. Oh, all right. We did art already in our West U because we in the music thing. Cause we grew amongst the sound them we did run the place like Sydney Kid, Technique. All right, no, we are gonna take it real. Sydney Kid, Radication, Ghetto Can, Eclipse. Them sound did like run the place in the 93, like. So Technician was a little younger form of them sound. The Technician hot up around the place too, right? Up in the west side, up north side, right? So we grow amongst them sound there. So we get the vibes from all of them, and it made we like we could not only we would have come hot because we had learned from every song we did. I see as a youth and I admire them sound they did fiery. So we put all of that in a few thing, but we never have the money and the capability like them sound at that time. You understand? So when we start off now, we were playing a more basement dance. We get a little pass through because probably Sydney kid would have said, yo, come in. Yeah, you know what I mean? And so we always make that little 5-10 minutes of what we get. It wasn't a dead 5-10 minutes. It's a want more. Make them play 2 more. Right?
Yeah.
So we get for coming in at the game till we finally get on a big stage. And we dip on a straight. Make them play 2 more.
Yeah.
So when we reach on a big stage, that's a story with it.
Who was selected and who was talking in Rebel Tone at that time now?
All right. I was forced to talk on Rebel Tone. Cause I remember say I was a mix. I did like mixing, but then nobody did for talk. Reverend never really, the him can talk on the mic, but it wasn't. If you want to play against like a rough sound now, we would have to take some beat because him never did aggressive. You know what I'm saying? So me did have the aggressiveness, but me was more of a low-key person. Me never really talk enough like that, you understand? So it becomes, I was forced to talk on the mic and mix at the same time.
When did Ranger get involved with the song?
All right, here one now. If me I go big up Ranger, me I go big up a youth like Gary Basic, rest in peace. Me have to big up Bradley. You understand? Because Bradley did it, like, I don't know when Bradley come, but Bradley still did it till this day.
For sure.
All right. Ranger now. I don't know when Ranger forward, you know, and I don't know when him left. But here one now, Ranger was around way at a point, but he wasn't around way in a way where when him come in the picture or when him forward in the picture now, it made an impact on the sound, or when him leave the sound, it made an impact on the sound. You understand? So me would have give Ranger in the 98, 90, about a couple months in the 98 time. Because for them sound never birth till about 98, 99, them times.
Because when I spoke to Ranger said basically Rootsman was built as the war version of Rebel Tone. It was who built Rootsman was Ranger and Davy Boy.
No, here how it worked now. When Rootsman just started built, was Ranger and Son. I play the song, that a David brother. Right? When Rootsman sound start build, D-Boy never reached on Rootsman till about 2003, 4 ago down.
So he wasn't originally a part of the Rootsman from back then?
How that for work? How that for work? If we play the song 98, 99, 2000, right? The only time D-Boy out of the picture probably all at 1 year in 2001 to 2002, because 2002 him up on World Clash stage with me. Right?
Yeah.
Alright. So everything start after World Clash. all of the Rootsman movement start after 2000 when me up on tour I do things and when me elevate Canada. That's how Rootsman built. It wasn't a war version. It was a rejection.
Okay. You said your side because that's what Ranger said to me. So then, okay, if we're going to go that way, Root Supreme. How did Root Supreme come into the picture?
All right, Root Supreme now is a song that me I play on the side. Like, all right, 93, about 90. One time I get a dance up at Tobermory. Them times when I play a song by myself, me and D-Boy kick off and I say, yo, I build my little own song called Prophecy. And then I go play one place and Root Supreme see me now and say, yo, I want me play the song for him. I'm like, I'm play the song. So I say, all right, go and play the song. But while this I go on, Rebel Tone I still play that are Ian and David by themselves. Me and I clash them too. You understand? All right, so this is about 94. Rebel Tone be about 93, so about 94 now. Me and I clash them at Yarkoods. Yarkoods Community Center, the whole way I like.
Yeah.
All right. Them times the Ranger don't know nothing about sound yet. In the picture yet. Out of the picture. So Ian and David I continue the song. But me now start play Root Supreme while me never did that. Me never did around them for about a year or so. So then boom. About 95. We take up back the song now, Rebel Tone.
This was after the clash between you and Root Supreme?
Yeah. Okay. No, not Root Supreme. Prophecy and Rebel Tone. But me I play Root Supreme. Root Supreme is like a sound and a my sound.
Yes.
I always want my sound at the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? So Rebel Tone is always my sound from get-go. If it me the only man who have a Rebel Tone tattoo in them hand.
Yeah.
Right now, to this date. If a man, tomorrow a man have to go put on that. You understand me? I try to, this when me and David are brethren from grade 6 time, right? But we never start party about grade 9.
Okay.
You understand? So more time we kick off and say, yo, man, you go about your business, man. And then he must still carry the sound said way. Boom. When that go on now, we link up back about 95. 95 and we just start play the sound hard again. Till like 98. 98 times now we switch up back again. We take a break or something they go on and we take a break. We don't really take a break, but a little politics go on in the music thing and we take a break. So we come back again, fresh again, 2000. After that now, World Clash come around the corner. So we just link, the sound never did the big break. Roots Ranger coming about 98 while we link up between the 95 to the 98 time. So it not really have a, I don't know what him did I do. Like you think me can't, all right, we can't find a cassette.
Yeah. We
can't find a video. So like it was a small thing where them make a big thing, but forget that he would do anything. So you know what I mean? But I'm a bridging.
Being here, you know, again, I spoke to Ranger earlier. Well, I spoke to him last year. So if I'm going to speak to you clearly, you got to just say, okay, this is what was said so everybody knows, everybody's on the same page.
I don't hear what I'm saying, but me just I tell you how it go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I not to hear what himself to tell you because me I tell you the truth. Me not tell you where me want counteract what him said. Me never watch it. Me will watch it now after my time. So I like the things. I like tell my story so you can take the lie out of my story.
I hear you, boss. I understand. Okay, so you guys are here. You're juggling and stuff. What was the first big break Rebel Tone really got?
All right, first big dance when me can remember a picture man like the keeper thing one time. Like I don't know what some queen, some me don't remember, but we get for juggle and we burn it down. And after we burn it down, him put him book upon him birthday, you know.
And that was a big thing at those times. You know? What?
Rebel Tone and Stone Love. And that are the real big break we get, because here, why me call it a break? We never just get to go up on the dance. We go up on the dance and play good. Yeah, I mean, play great.
Yeah.
And that was the break. You know what I mean?
Was Picture Man Lloyd, because he was always brought up Stone Love, I guess military and everybody else would have been on the dance that time there.
Them times, you know, sound not really get to play after Stone Love. A early one. Me think, me don't know if at that dance there, it changed the game, because we proved so we can stand up after Stone Love. Once when Stone Love playing, every man I lock up them record box and I enjoy the show now. But that dance that we get for play, that liquor, give them 2 more. Yeah, I mean, give them 2 more.
Yeah. And who was playing Stone Love then? Now, you remember who was playing? Because remember, as a song, your first thing that you wanna, if you play alongside Stone Love, you know, okay, something is really happening.
All right, if you tell you the truth, Stone Love and military. That's it. Rebel Tone, Stone Love and military. Them times that was the first night Bill Cosby ever played at Canada.
Okay, so it was Cosby you guys were playing with that. Okay.
And then them say, yo, people, this are the youngest selector in the world right now. Then them know say me 1 year younger than him them times. They are 2 years younger than him them times.
Yeah.
You understand? And when me done play that night, you know, me just know something can play amongst any song. Because not the song you play against, it's how you play. You know what I mean?
And the dates started to come in from there.
Naturally. Naturally.
Back then, did you get into any clashes back then also, or it was more juggling with what you guys were doing?
All right. You see, when them say the sound is a a war version of Rebel Tone, that's the biggest foolish talk you can make in our music. Let me tell you something now. When Rebel Tone start build, it designed to make people move and party. And where we come from now, sound bad already. So it designed for defend itself. It never designed for war. You understand? There's no such thing as a war dance. The dance have to just juggle out and then a man pass in place and then, you dig me I said to you? There's no such thing as a war world. A country pass in place and war go on. Some music is naturally like that. It's not set out for, if you have music for designed for war, it's just gonna be disaster.
Because the whole separation of juggling and clash didn't come until probably in the 2000s is when it started to separate, okay, this is directly a war song and this is a juggling song. One time it was, you go on a dance and whatever happens at 2 in the morning,
it's an excuse. It's an excuse. Let me tell you how it works. You see, when a song get parked and them can't sit down and watch the thing and work. So here what them are class sitters. That the man is a war song. There's no such thing. If a song can juggle and then him can clash, it's either what the dance desire. If him come at the juggling dance and then play for like a war, then you can say, yo, that man in no sense. But if it's a man we can war, when him come to see the girls, him convert him juggling to the crowd or to the people or the elderly people, them. Is a sound you build. But if you build a sound that only when it play, it just sound like a clash. You stand up in a, what is that? You know what I mean? Rebel Tone build to make people dance and enjoy themselves. You understand? So all right, when people say jiggy music and this kind of music, they must separate the thing, because dancehall is everything. Hip hop, R&B, everything. When Rebel Tone start play, we play all of them songs. You know what I mean? And the sound them will win World Clash is the sound them will know how to do them something.
We're getting there. We're getting to the World Clash saga just now. You understand? You guys are thinking, yeah. So as I was saying, any early clashes, any Canadian songs, or anybody that you would clash with back then?
Everybody. Cause here what them times as I said, it was about defense. And when we juggle, we intimidate people. Right? So it's either we intimidate the sound them if they feel say yo them better than rebel tone, so make we prove it. So then prove it. So 9 out of 10 times we intimidate them to do that something there. We deliberately do it sometimes to kill them too. Right? Because we have to kill them in a defense. Right? So we play in a way where we know it go draw them out and it mash up them juggling.
Like that. So then, who was those songs though? Who's somebody you remember in your mind from early?
All of them. All right, Mega Gear. All right, King Sharp. Regular, man, kick a King Sharp foot at night time. Regular.
And remember, this is Desert Storm you're talking about here.
Big Desert Storm.
Yeah.
That's the point. The point is that sound that was so great to me. Me did have to do that. Because and it's not in a bad mind way. You know. It make if a sound not good, me couldn't pick on them or nothing. Like me rather big up a sound where it's not as strong as me than try weaken a sound. But Desert Storm was a great sound. So with them intimidate me now to make sure so them can't kill me.
Yeah.
So me I always play that way if they mash up King Sharp head. Because him never know the powers in him the too powerful at the time. King Sharp was one of them. Let me tell you the next one where anytime we see them in trouble. Even Ricky Turbo. Anyway, we see them in trouble, but not when we did young or lately after. Let me tell you when we're young now.
Yeah.
Eclipse.
That was with Black Rose,
Mega,
Mike Brown, and all of them
like
over there.
Poison. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But here what now? Them times that we did young and wassy. So we did just always try show them say we bad like them, you know. And we did respect them so much, that's why we go after them, you know. And I like say we are go after them because nowadays when a man a slander a song, we are go after them because we rate them, you know. I say, yeah, if we stand up beside them song, you know, it shows the powers of what we have, you know what I mean? So that's that.
Crazy. I know Thing was instrumental in the early days too. Military, Alan Ladd. You know what I mean? Tell us about that.
All right. Here Alan Ladd coming out of the picture. Jeez, I'm pissed. 100 years I go back in the music right now. All right. Alan Ladd said the wassiness in a way. So here what Alan Ladd used to do, because Alan Ladd smart. Alan Ladd know what I use we. Every time all a sound name. What's that sound name, man? Glamour Tone.
Yes. With English and Spider.
In English and Spider. Them time them sound a chopping. When I mean mixing. I not talk about no chaka playing sound where the money I do nowadays. I talk about mixing palm pint and MC palm pint. And the dub them when them are mixing, it fit it, you know what I mean? So lad now what I use we as a sound like this now. I'm gonna use the word use now.
Yeah.
Because hear what lad used to do now. Lad know say we would have rushed the sound them in our way to make the dance interesting, you know. So you have a next sound named King Agony. Anyway, we and them woke up.
Yeah.
So lad would keep some dance, rebel tone and glamour tone. All boxing there.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Boxing there, Club 27. So you know, say, when them dance there keep, nobody no want to miss that. Military a chop, glamour tone a chop, and rebel tone wassy. So I just be a lad now, him just use the youngness where we did have a come at that time that no, and I like saying I use it, but I'm smart. You know what I mean? So a lot gravitate to we in other way that, and if it wasn't Black Reaction and military, a Rebel Tone and military. Or if it wasn't Black Reaction, Steenie and military, a Rebel Tone, Steenie and military. You know what I mean? So if a gap they need to fill at that time, because them did up on the forefront before we, you know.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Because we are the younger generation and forward. So we just fill in at the right time. So lad just know that.
And that's the early Rebel Tone there. So then let's even go up to close to 2002 now. Because this is the year where everything completely changed. You understand? Going up there, I know starting off the year, we kept a dance named 45 Blaze Out. All right, you remember that dance? Walk us through that dance there.
One of the dances I'm kick with King Sharp foot, man. I'm tell you, man. All right, here what go on now. Them times, you know, everything did right. Me never did need for y'all to clash them times, you know, because me dep on every juggling dance. Clashing never did. Like, you when you forward to it, it's like, you know, say, we did Wasi. We never did really, me and King, who else did on the dance there?
That was the original lineup was
Steenie.
you, Steenie, Lindo, and King Sharp. This was when we took every selector off their song and they were as individual. But Steenie didn't show up that night.
All right. Everybody upon the song, everybody upon the flyers did already have them name already. Me was a newbie upon the flyer, right? But them times that me and Steenie apart. So, you remember that. Steenie said, youth. Bless up, you know. You going up there. You know. Cause them times that the place is kind of hot, them times the Steenie say, yo, here one now. Take my blessings and go on up there. So right there, so the dance unbalanced. It unbalanced from the jump. Cause me alone now for out from the west, I got east against two east beasts, you know. Right? So to walk you through the dance, naturally me supposed to not in the dance from get-go. But to the braveness now, the braveness me just take and go up there, so, and it end up to be what it is today, you know what I mean? Just I walk you through it already.
Right there. Because I remember at first, it was, as I said, it was you, Sharp, and Lindo. Lindo, I think, dropped out. And then it came down to you and Sharp. You understand?
Yeah.
Because a lot of these times here, you were playing in the East a lot these times over at, what was Pincha's place name again, man?
Lex.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Here one now. By that time, they made it have Scarborough hypnotized already, you know. King Sharp is Scarborough in place. But me they come hypnotize the people, I mean. So, I only few sounded that could have come from the West and really play a Scarborough. And enough of them not even did want forward a Scarborough them times because the place is unbalanced, you understand? Right? So, when me go so Bob's the one come a Scarborough now, by that night, King Sharp never understand, so I do my work already. So 50-50 at the dance when it boiled down to me and him. You know. But him did a work off on my place, this. Where not even know say youth. Woman live around Dessa. And our friend them live over Dessa. And our cousin them live over Yessa. Next one live around So. So I don't reach him. So the vibe, like, we done hypnotize the crowd. So it hard for us to use that my place as something to dance even up on, you know, a talent where I use now.
Just like that.
That's it.
You understand? So even when it came down to, that was the first trophy you won for that year there.
Was it?
Yeah, because it was early. That was like February or March. The dancer kept. All right.
Yeah. It started on a spree. It started on a spree that year. It started off that trophy year there.
What was the thing there? Did you, between that and Road to World Clash, did you Clash again, or it was just Road to World Clash?
Oh, yes. Epiphany did keep something.
Yes.
Yeah, man. All right. That now was a next level before. All right. You see, when we win the 45 shootout, it's seal up Scarborough. Like, when I mean it's seal up Scarborough, it coming like me live at Scarborough after that in our bookings. All right, then. I got some bobs now. But near summertime, Epiphany keep them juggling competition, and the winner fit that end up play Epiphany every Friday. Right? So you know, say every Friday playing an Epiphany now, 1,000 mash people. Young sound I get that now every Friday. That just seal the deal. Boom. If you make walk that through now, we end up go down to the finals.
Who it was you and who came down to?
Glamorous.
Okay.
Glamorous.
Yeah.
Man. So here what them do to it now. In the clash now, for the whole clash you could have played dub plate. So on the final night now, I'm saying no dub plate. Switch around the clash for me. I'm say alright. To tell the truth, Glamorous take that clash there.
They took, okay, so because that year was because I forgot about the Epiphany, it was 4 major events for you.
Yes.
The 45 Blaze Out, the Epiphany. But Glamorous won that one there was?
No, because we win, alright, you reach down to the semi-final, so we end up kill off every song in the clash and then walk up on Glamorous. Easiest walk over in my life. This, I swear. Easiest clash, this, me I got a clash, I win already. Winner, you know, muscle. If I tell you all that I when politics start working on my life, so I say, alright, I'm going to take it to that smile. Something go on and we end up, we don't know what happened, but we end up get for play Epiphany every Friday.
Yeah.
So right away now, we get that extra boost then now. We have the East Lock, and when you are play Epiphany every Friday, that means that you, the only competition them times at Tyrone run at Paradise.
Over at Paradise, yep.
Right? So when you, anything else at downtown, man, I scatter for play downtown, but when you have Epiphany and you have Paradise, those are the 2 number 1 top places in the West End them times, up north. Right? So me did have Epiphany for a couple of years. No, I lie, for about right before World Clash. You know what I mean? And then now, after we kind of win the semi-finals with that, Road to World Clash drop in.
That night there now, so then you have 2 under your belt. One you won, or you did good, it just didn't work out, whatever the case was. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So
Politics.
then... All right, so getting to Road to World Clash, what was that like? What was your preparation to now, because you know this is going to lead you to the super big stage now. You understand?
All right, let me tell you something now. World Clash now, it wasn't even in my mind for God to say, hear me and tell you something. I have Scarborough Lock and I have the West Lock. World Clash was nothing. It was just an ego thing, right? For me at the time. But you know what them said to me? Road to World Clash. If you win, the winner get 2,500. And you know, saying at them times, 2,500 coming like 10 grand right now.
And worse it to play sound.
Yes,
you know what I
to
mean?
play sound. And then when I look on the posters, all of the sound them beat up already.
Do you remember who was in Road to World Clash?
I tell you, say, Diplomat, remember, Diplomat, Star Check, I go back to Desert Storm.
They were in it too.
Desert Storm.
Was Glamatone in it too?
Glamatone. What if a sound, you know? What if the sound them we did a war them times, right? Not for the man them take hype and never really take it. But when me look on the posters, remember me a juggling son, all me I got it for the money, you know. Really.
Yeah.
To be honest, for win World Clash right now, me never say, yo, me I go take that dance if I go to World Clash go win. when I tell the dance, I go say, I want to beat up the whole of them sound at one time. I just that me did want to do and win the money. All right. That was the plan.
Who did it come down to that night?
We and Diplomat.
You and Diplomat. What happened down in the tune for tune now?
All right. Remember me tell you saying, cause them days are done now. Me tell you say them days are regular. Me know if it draw them out and kick with them foot. So tune for tune now. A beer distraction me I use pan. I was Squidly. How would they
No, it was Marshall. Yeah, man.
Marshall and Squidly. All right. A beer distraction me I use pan him. So him can't. I know him don't know which song him playing. Cause me I tell him say, brother, the shirt the way you wear. About 3 weeks straight you wear it, man. You know, man, I look on the shirt on the stage and then say, yo, brother, I'm beating. I mean, I drop big song in them head, but for him now, if we get back to beat though, all of the big songs them we have turned into liquor song, cause him I worry about him shirt. Him shirt are the big song right there. So a beer liquor sykes me I use on them, but when me I try to teach them at the time, say, it's not about the big song where you have in at the back. It's how you present it. Or the crowd, or you know, so just be a crowd me I deal with for win them clash. You know, me nah look on me have more song than the next song. You know, me just I work with the crowd in front of me.
Because you're thinking more of juggling opposed to clash.
All right, but here what now? Juggling is clash, right? Juggling is the way you play the music. Clash is the competition, right? So if a man go in and one clash now, and him just want to play the song them one, and play next one, and play next one, and scatter hip hop song over yourself, sling thing over the song. But if you have a formula now for make the people them react, it's a juggling that, you know. You dig me I say? At the end of the day, the clash is between the two sound them. The clash is a competition, you know. You dig me I say? But some man say, yo, me's a clash sound and me's a juggling sound. It doesn't work. You have to be everything. It's a package.
Right through. Okay, so you and Diplomat, tune for tune, you won this dance here now. So then now you realize, okay, I won. This means I'm going to America to the big stage. What happened then?
All right, from a win the dance, knowing in my mind, I win World Clash.
What do you mean?
All right. 2 years before that, with their one place called JD's. I listen cassette, stand up at JD's counter, I listen cassette, and I listen to sound them, I play some big song with my board. So the man say, yo, you think you could kill them sound? You know, man, I said, kill them, give me 20 grand right now, I'm going to kill off every one of them. I said, whatever. 20 grand. I'm going to tell you this. A 2 grand me use from the day I win Road to World Clash. $2,000 me use. $900 to Baby Sham and $1,000 to No Kidz.
Yeah.
And that was the remedy of winning World Clash. So it's not about the 20 grand when it's a real in a real life me have 18,000 at the bank. Right? Because I tell them give me 20 and I use 2. I mean, I get nothing from them for doing it. I use 2 grand and we make it work.
So why do you think it would have been so simple in your mind to go in and create some damage with such little bit amount of money that you're using?
Because it's maths. It boils down to maths. It doesn't matter how much tune you have, you cannot play all of them within the time. Right? So it doesn't matter who have 9 million tune. You only have 20 minutes to play. So you only can play your 20 best. Deliver it. You have 20 minutes to entertain the people and not even play your 20 best tune. Because you can play one song, but the way you entertain the people, it lasts 20 minutes. Right? So me just say, yo, me need to entertain these people throughout my round.
What number did you end up choosing that night?
About 3.
Do you think it would have gone any different if you chose another number?
it could and it could not, because here what now? Everything is chemistry, you know, in our life. When the dancer go certain way, you have to know how to fit in. If you in a war when 3 men try to kill each other, you don't go in at the middle of that, because 2 of them or 1 of them are gonna get cancelled out for sure. Right? So it's tactics in a war. You dig me and say it's not who have the most gun. You dig me and say it's who survived the war. Right? So no matter which number me play, all me have to do is fit in at that right time. You dig me and say? So I don't know, it could have changed. I couldn't tell you that.
Yeah.
Because me would have convert at the right time.
So it was more like almost, because you're in a clash now with Bass Odyssey, that has Squingy and Mark, Tony Matterhorn, Ricky Trooper, I think Red Spider, there was 2 more songs. Matsi Miller, and there was 1 more song.
Agony.
Yes, that's Chin. I think Ninja was even playing the song that night. You know? And Killaboo. They were playing the night. So it was more or less, you know, you're the Canadian. So if you just sneak in and do your work, and don't really pay them no mind per se, hopefully they won't pay you no mind until it's too late. That's basically the plan going in.
But my plan was not to drop out. You understand me? I try to tell you, say,
yeah.
All right. To how we play, to how we did design the sound them times, you know. It was the little time when we get to play, it just work. And them times, it wasn't about who I play the biggest name dub. It's who I play the vibes, who I play with vibes. You dig me what I'm saying? So all of the loophole where them left in the dance, me just fit that in. Because them times there are whole heap of artists it hot. When them go around Baby Sham, right, that's how everybody go around Baby Sham, cause killer them I say, and them times they kill and Baby Sham not good. What you do? You know what I mean? Right, them times they keep rich apart with Elephant, nobody now play a keep rich song. What you do? Right, them times the Vybz Kartel just a boss. You know what I mean? Them don't know that, them not, like, a whole heap of different things we do that night, they were, if enough of them they take note in a 2 day, them can make that impact there, you know. For 20 years, you can talk about a clash after that, you know.
You're a singer. We're going to get into, because there's a couple artists, that I know that you featured from before they were anybody per se. You know what I mean? But we're going to get into that just now. We just want to get through this World Clash here. So at what point now did you figure that you were safe in the clash? When who got it? When you said, okay, this man's gone, I think I'm good right here now.
All right. When I know I was safe was second round. After the second round, because I'm not playing nothing yet, and my fit in. All me did want to do a fit in. All right, you see the first round now make me feel like youth. I saw Boo, that name Boo. It never did strong, but me know say like, me nah, like, me I come off of a hype, you know. Everything me I do, me I win, me I bun down dance, me I everything, and just drop in a one big 10,000, 8,000 people now I just look on it, so that's hard to receive, you know. That's the thing. So yeah, well now me have to convert. So me I looking at the dance and see what works. So by second round now, by me done the second round, I wake up the people and I say, yes, of them there. So by third round, them a wait for me. Because I'm born down second round, right? So, right, that's what I know. And when I seal up third round, now I know I walk in the park.
From there. And what was backstage like? Were the sound man actually talking to everybody, or everybody was just holding their corner at that time there?
I can't tell you the 100, you know, but you see, first round, a cold stove, man. But no, I heal, you know, but supposed to get dead. Good thing, and go on like Canada, where Canada come from, and Canada not a bad sound. Dating, I certified that first round, you know, like me do the regular Canada something, you know. Like at them times, you know, Canada never noticed to be aggressive at that time, right? So me do the regular thing what them expect from me in the first round. And I said, no sir, people, come on, man, not bad like we. So me just take up the courage of every Canadian song from my head, you know, in a second round. And that's when I say, yo, listen, something I got kick on. You dig me? I try to tell you, it wasn't about me after that. Because first round was about me. Never work. Convert. You know what I mean? So after that,
everything was good. So even like Matterhorn, Trooper, and Squingy and all, were they talking to you, or they weren't really talking to you when the clash was going on?
Yeah, what Matterhorn and with it, Matterhorn, me not lie. Matterhorn, they give me a call before World Clash, you know. Because I tell you, say before World Clash, when Matterhorn come to Canada, they have to buck up and play against Rebel Tone, Tyrone, Military, such and such, right? And the first time I talked to Matterhorn, Tyrone must give Matterhorn my number. Matterhorn called me and said, no, be. You know, say, I feel say, if me win the World Clash, you are going to win it.
This is what Matterhorn said to you?
Yeah. I don't know Matterhorn from now and then time. That's the first time I ever talk to Matterhorn good on the phone. Matterhorn said, you know, say, I just tell you, say, you have the thing, you have the image where them I look for. Because Matterhorn come to Canada, come play against me. So I'm going to say, like, him look on the posters and I'm going to say, yo, the only somebody who can win the dance is a man like me or you. That Matterhorn tell me. I not even know if he remember that, if they ask him.
That's wild. You know what I mean? Was Trooper talking to you back there? Or Squingy?
No Trooper. Oh, Squingy now, we on bait, remember, so them times, anytime Bass Odyssey forward over here, so we are play. So Squingy always show me mutual respect from day one. From day one, like Squingy, I don't know. Squingy coming like a brother, uncle in our music, like a older, you know what I mean? I just saw him stay. But when him at work, you know what I mean? But half the sound is like, it's just a natural. Him not say nothing wrong. Him will tell you what you do wrong or how to do it right. You know what I mean? But them times, you know, we did just too busy at war. When we at war, we coming like we're enemy. When Bass Odyssey at war, it's coming like we're enemy.
So then now you got through everything's going down. So then you got down for the tune for tune. What was in your mind now? Because remember, this is Bass Odyssey. You got to play tune for tune with, you know. What was your game plan going in? How did you plan on actually winning that?
Remember, I said every song know Bass Odyssey by heart. Every song is a Bass Odyssey fan. So you have to put that in your education. You know what them are going to do. From you hear that speech they make, you know, say this I go forward, right? And from you hear that song they mix 9 out of 10 times, that song you going to mix behind, right? So, in the tune for tune now, me that already have a vibes where Squingy go come with. But when me say it never young, the dance them search for new blood. Right? So if him not come with something new for kill me, him a go dead. Because me I go play with him, now I go play, right? And me I go make sure when me play work, and when me did already do the maths. You have a thing name, anyhow me and D-boy sit down and Reverend sit down. And we I say, yeah, we are going to sketch out 10 minutes. So 10 minutes there at the end of you. At the end of you, that for the 10, we are going to sketch out 10 minutes to play. You better just have your 10-minute lock, you know. From 45 round, go down, you know. I remember I said Jimmy clip, you know, you go back and a meat drop, another one bite the dust in a World Clash, you know.
Yes.
And after that, I read him there got to go busting out, and man start cut up and I read him there and beer things, you know. And 2002, you know, do the maths, man.
Crazy. So then you knew, okay. And then even with Bass Odyssey, when did you know you had them? Where you know, okay, I got this one here?
When we reach 5, nothing, man. 5. When we reach up 5, and my sister, no matter where them play, at Ghana, Helsinki, go draw off about, when we reach about 5 or 6, you know. So I say, alright, him offer it. Because here one now, everybody I think about Ghana sing, but there's a lot of artists where pass away, where need a respect that too. You think man say respect Ghana Silk, you know, but if you do your homework, there's so many beautiful songs that we can play. So me just look on, me just do the maths and know what them have. I know we have. We're stronger than where them are gonna play. You understand? So if them play a Ghana sing, me I go Alton Ellis, you know. You know what I mean? Leroy Sibbles, you know. You know what I mean? So me I do my homework to match up with them I do. Them a big song, but we have big song too.
And that's when you knew you had it right there.
It is because me I say the people I work with feel with image now, you know, but we are delivered to them and the package I work. So from me see that I work now, the song them I work, everything balance, and I know so we have about 10 more songs like this. Yeah, I match up me and play better, you know. So it easy. If you tell the truth, I know that easier.
Why you say that?
Because those that were a child, right? When a child did have the formula already. It's easier now as an adult. You dig me? I try to tell you that in the music game now we are full with the sound design in our way what we know we need and we put it together now. We are a million times stronger than World Clash. You know what I mean? So I would say it's easier to me now.
What was that feeling like when they said 2002 World Clash Champion Rebel Tour? What was that feeling like? If you could describe what you felt at that minute right there.
If I don't say Bass Odyssey win, Minnesota. All right, I can't say good enough. I have the eagle eye. If I don't say Rebel Tour, Rebel Tour win. Rebel Tour.
Boy, and now, like lately, the feeling. Like a man look on me the year when we win World Clash in one place in Detroit and say, youth, you don't know what you're doing now. And I know we are going to see what you're doing. You see, 10, 20 years from now, you are going to really understand what you're doing. I say, look on it that way, yeah. You see the people them where you know right now. In the next 5 years, you probably not know them again. And the next 5 years from that are some different people you're going to know. But you see what you do today. Like, where's the you know? And you're going to look back on it. I mean, I know this man from now, it's like somebody was telling, say, the World Clash youth, that the man I said, wait, I am young, so. So at that time, they never understand what I do. And the more I get older, I understand what I do. You dig me? I try to tell you, because I never did plan out to do that. Like that wasn't a part of the mission to go win World Clash. You dig me? I say it was along the way.
So it was more of you wanted to go and make an impact or go and do something to say, okay, I'm here, Canada's here, type of thing.
Yes.
So, clearly, you would want to win, but you know that it's an uphill battle when you're dealing with now a Matterhorn, a Trooper, Bass Odyssey, and everybody else. So you know the chances are very slim.
All right, but here one, I don't believe in that. If me I got take something in my mind, me have to believe so I can win. Even if the chance is slim, because if the chance is slim, it don't make sense to do it. Me no run risk. So in my mind, I go for the win, right? Everybody, if you not go for the win, you lose already.
Strictly.
You didn't say to you, but you can't say you win. You can't go on like you win. You have to be hungry for the win at the same time, right? But you in your mind, you tell yourself you can't win, no matter what. Third round, or when you lose, you must can win in this. You know what I'm saying? So that I go with it. You know what I mean?
Right there. And what was the drive like coming back home to Canada now known? Because if a lot of people don't even realize, I think you were the last sound to get that when he gave everybody the trophy, where anybody from Jamaica or wherever the songs were from, they had to bring back the trophy, and the winner takes all. You were the last one to get that. What was that drive like?
You know, so we didn't even know one trophy we get tonight. The next morning, you know, I see a big box that come with beer trophy, you know. And when I look, I start to the country them on it, and I say, oh, this is yours. All right. Now I forget the big trophy to the win. Make we never did think about the trophy all the time, you know. How when we walk out the car with the trophy, the amount of people stop and take picture with the trophy, you know. All right, we walk some liquor, you know, World Clash them days, miles away off a park from the event, you know. So when we carry the trophy, or some car pull down pan way and we check say rob them, I come rob me, and say, yo, man, I see some man run out and want to take picture with the trophy and be some big old camera. I say, so this important, you know what I mean? But me never free like that, you know.
Still didn't get it.
No, I still when I go up on a plane now and I see say, oh shit, you do something. You know what I mean? It never all of that way I say it was just an average day to me driving back with a trophy in the car and I go home. You know what I mean? Yeah. me never know until every year I don't know. I said this World Clash thing is either a stress this year or it's a blessing next year. Yeah, I mean.
What was the reception like when you came back home from your soundman friend and promoters and stuff like that?
Boy, every promoter feels some owe them something. And every soundman feels that them should have win. You have about 4 or 5 of them where we like did genuine to the thing and real. And I can't even call no name. You dig me and say? And a lot of them, majority of them, be a bad vibes them show me. And even if them show me the smile, you can tell the energy did fake, right? So me not even really care about that because I eat make me turn the person here today. You know what I mean?
Because I don't think at that time Canada was ready for a superstar selector. You know what I mean? Especially somebody that they didn't think went through the ranks. You know what I mean? Why you? You understand?
No, but hear what now? It's not why me, you know. It's the formula what me use, you know. It wasn't a matter of why this person. All a man did have to do have him formula to make it work, right? But them never see that at the time. They must see it as me should I do it. Yes. So go and do it. Nobody don't stop you. Right? And I like say, me know the person and me know a sound me kill for do it. And I like say me beg a promoter like nowadays are carry news and broke a man foot. No. The people them say yes you. Right? Me don't know nobody in America. Me never play in America in my life. The first time I play in America.
That was the first time there?
First time I ever play in America. And that was the outcome. Some man did go America from Wappy kill Philo. Right? And that was their outcome. So you can't say, you can't bad mind me for something when you could have do. Like I would have never do that to a next sound man neither. You know what I mean?
From there, from early. So then now, you have this title, but in your mind, you're still this juggling sound. You're not really into the bag of war.
No, that's half of the dance trick. I get trick along the way, because I mean, it's a youth them times, and a young youth a play sound, just want to please the people them. Me never know, say, promoter did move certain way. Me never know about that. Remember, say, this is a quick rise, you know. What may I tell you about when we are say from 2000 to 2002, because 98 was the big break, right? So we are say about 2000 to 2002. What you can learn, what you really can learn about the business, and I play every day like that. You can't learn nothing about international status or nothing or what you have to do, right? I mean, you know, say. I just some used to play. Me never know say man would have set up a dance for Clash. So you know, me just know say go to dance and play for people. Yeah. And then that it was. But 9 out of 10 dance when me I get after that was premeditated Clash where me alone never know about. You know what I mean?
But wouldn't you say probably after you go to the second one, I know what's happening here now.
Man, let me tell you this, how the game wicked now. The second one, you know, all right, to out-promote a wicked, you know. Yeah, man would have cried, you know. I said, no, baby, how would I do you that? A juggling dance, this one, me and keep on this one. Because number one, the money, when me I got charged, you know, is a juggling money. So when me charge you a juggling money, and me end up in a one dance now, and every man a war, me can't tell the people, them say, yo, people, it's a juggling money, this one me getting, and them don't want to hear that. 9 out of the 10 times, and them don't want to hear nothing like that in the muscle. So here one now, me end up in some trap where it reach a point where I stop tech dance. And from some shaky promoter, I some different, I'll play some rave after World Clash and some different thing I play, because here one now. Them real with the money, them real with the promotion. Right? Now for them people, you know, them I tell you say it's a jungling dance, and when you reach a war. Right? So you can't explain that to the people them. All the people them go hear say Rebel Tone run or Rebel Tone dead. Right? What you can do? What you can do about that?
Who was managing the sound at that time there?
Boy, that was a major problem. Lack of proper management. Cause one of the time Chin did a manage the sound right after World Clash. Remember said when the sound go up on a world level, them you don't know nothing like that. I tell you about East and West Muscle, Scarborough and thing. Maybe go play at Edmonton one time and be things and Montreal with all the 401 and go so east. Right? So by that World Clash thing, there's an overnight thing on name. Yo kid, meet me in Jamaica. Meet you now with Jamaica. We said Jamaica. Wait, me don't know no Jamaica Avenue. Eglinton yata. You know what I mean? Yeah. Member said, which sound man you know? Say, a man get a phone call now. Yo, meet me in Jamaica. We're going to Trinidad next weekend. Member said the booking set now, you know. Yeah, I get a booking this week for say you have to cross the world next week, you know. So I saw me, I got Trinidad for the first time now. You know. Me I hear something got dead at Trinidad. You know.
Was that Trinidad Fully Loaded?
Barbados.
That was Bass. That was the Mighty Chrome, Hyperdog, which is Lil Rick, and Rebel Tone.
All right.
Yeah, and Little Rick did not come to play Bass.
Cool, no man. Remember this at Jamaica, me there when me get the bookings then. Jamaica, we there one day, Chin say, yeah, we got Barbados. Remember this, me a youth, you know. Remember say a base story book me, you know about them place. And like one time now you go up on IG and you squirrel up and you say, that are going up? No. Them times a beer story, me you say a beer soca play down there so a man wind up themselves and beer things pan. Me no know. You remember say the image where people did get about Canada, them no know say it did like America same way, right? So when me hear about Barbados now, me and think say which kind of bad sound? Me never hear a bad sound come from down there in my life. So me could have never believed say a clash, me I got clash on a Christmas day.
So that was not in your intention at all.
We can play hard, you know, but me never know say it's a clash, right? But enough of them things they have to bring certain sound back on the road to you know, if you read between the lines, you know what I mean? If you look on the sound them me I play with, when them I play against me at that time, nothing did I go on for them in my prime. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of politics back at that, but skip that because that was a learning lesson for me. You know what I mean? That was one of the learning lessons then when I stopped play a certain dance. You know what I mean?
That time there. Because even...
And the Black Cat one.
When was the Black Cat dance?
One night I did book for Steenie's birthday.
Yes. This was Zone 1 you're talking about here. Yes.
So me that player Atlantis the same night and double book and Fabo book a dance at Zone 1. So when I done Steenie dance, I go around the Zone 1 and we have Black Cat to play rough. You know what I mean? But I don't like not clash or trophy giveaway or nothing like that. Next morning I wake up, I hear a pant at the airport with trophy. China call me say, yo, how me take clash and go make Panther kill me? I say, how Panther kill me? How me for clash on a double book night and trophy giveaway. How that makes sense. You know what I mean? And so be the case now, me never end up go a UK World Clash because them say Panther win, so Panther should go. Some politics.
But if you're the defending champion, even if you lost, you're the champion for that year. Why wouldn't they send you over there?
All right, here what them think they know. Them think they name politics, you know. In a business, after you reach to a certain point, you hear say it's 95% business and 5% talent, you know. And you have a thing named do as I say, you know. And them games that we not too play. So, you know what I mean? Because
that year, if we're going to be 100% honest, that year you weren't doing good at all when it came to the clash or whatever. If people perceived it as a clash, you went and juggled, whatever the case was. Because even that same year, was that the same year of Jamaica World Clash?
Yes.
That was where you were saying, Mod Squad, let's team up. But they had a different intention altogether. Talk to me about that dancer.
All right. Now, you're walking on with that dancer now. By that time, then now, I start learning the game a little bit more. So my intention now, for God, as the first time I play in Jamaica now, you know, come play America first time, play Trinidad first time, Barbados first time. Now for God, Jamaica, my homeland with me born now, the first time I come up on the soil, come play.
And this was as a champion this time here.
As a champion. All right. That time then now, me learn the studio tricks now. Got studio every day, link with artists. Me and artists a roll. Everything now, learn the ground now. So that became an internal issue between me and management now, you know. The management say, you said that you're so this, you know. And I said, boy, I feel comfortable, you're saying. You understand? So I started reach the liquor split. So boom now, me as a youth did ignorant at the time too, because in a real life, me did want to find out for myself.
Okay.
So boom now, me do Jamaica World Clash. But when I do it now, I do it like a experience song. People, with everybody, I bring them people, I bring my people them too. Remember, so we're the only song when I come from Jamaica, Mighty Crown on the flyer. So every man I bring truckload of people, bus load of people. So I just say, all right, one van and we I come from Bojo Yard. One me sing a J, no kids bag away go down there. Bass Odyssey, everybody shocked now because them checks are the youth from Canada by himself now. So now we have feel with the dance kind of even up now. We have tune now, but we never have enough tune. Cause here what though, Matterhorn, after my first round, Matterhorn say, yo, no be easy no man. You're going like you have so much tune. But them time that through me start cut through, me think that it was enough. So me switch up my game of how me used to play now. I play with enough tune and I fly out tune. When originally me used to always play with strategy. Yeah. Me now I try play.
You're trying to tune it out right now.
You know, me there, me have any cape pattern me can play now. All right. So that now me play good, you know. Bass Odyssey drop out before we.
Bass Odyssey dropped out the night before you, boss. Yeah. Was it Squingy and Mark again?
Squingy and Mark and Skinny. Man. Yeah. Boy, a boxer pull down and beating and we still are playing like dance. All right, we got some box now. Mad Squad now. Did Wasi at the time. But here one now. The league with them did try to take on them sound by themselves, it couldn't work. So me I say, Mad Squad, better we team up. Man say team up, I say, eh? Alright. So right there, so if never follow the side, so we and Mad Squad drop out the same time now. After Bass Odyssey. Right? Yeah. Cause remember I said Jamaica like star. Them want to say Matterhorn and them want to say Jaro and them want to say Mighty Crown. Remember me the first time I play Jamaica, my squad play Jamaica, but them knew. So what them should I do, I make we and them get out one of the next sound them.
As the newer sounds.
Yes. And don't him a try kill me when him should have go kill Mighty Crown and me go try kill Matterhorn. Right? You see that side said it, and it would have been a different outcome because now me know for sure Jara have new song like we. Them they have song, but when it come down to the new part of it, that's a Jara drop out of the dance, leaving Mighty Crown and Matterhorn. But if we did kill Mighty Crown and Matterhorn as Mad Squad, and me go after Mighty Crown and Mad Squad go after Matterhorn, it would have been a different outcome.
But the Stars didn't have it that way, and Mad Squad said they're not on that at all.
Work with it. So Matterhorn, it would either be Matterhorn or Mighty Crown. Matterhorn.
What was it like being managed by Chin, but also have Mighty Crown in the same camp also? But you're the champion, you know. They were the champion before, and then you had it. What was that like now that both you guys are in the same camp?
All right. Hear what now? I don't have nothing negative to say about it because it was all a learning experience.
For sure.
You understand what I'm saying? At that time, I was probably expecting more attention. Right? But probably Chin did have a formula already where I couldn't see. Because when you're a youth, you think more emotional than business sense. You understand? You say, why? So, why? You look answers, right? But when you're young in the game, certain answers, you only got to see them when you get wiser and learn more in the game. So, at that time, probably me, they just feel so me and get enough attention. You dig me? I try to tell you? When it could have been a different reason. But I learned a lot. So I don't regret nothing. You dig me? And say, so all I could have said at them times, you know, it did alright. But you just have to say, youth, since you're the world champion, how come it look like you're the, you know what I mean?
Right there. Even now, did you return to World Clash 2003?
Yes. That's when, remember I said the split go on now. Right. So if I go back at World Clash 2003 now, it's a little tension there. You dig me and say? And when me go wrong now, I probably bring the tension to the dance. You dig me and say to you, when it was supposed to circle off the thing and me supposed to come entertain. Like me, by 2003, me forget everything about my purpose when me they come in at the game with, you know.
Got you. You got caught up at this time here now.
Here what now? You see this game, if you're not firm in it, you know, even the best, even people higher than me, I see it happen to them too, you know. Here what go on now. You will lose yourself. You lose yourself in it, and the fun, once the fun's gone out of it, you know, it's pointless. You dig me? And the fun brought me there. By 2003, I learned that it wasn't fun no more, business. You know what I mean? And this is what I do. This is what me that thing say, yo, when you reach to a certain point, this I got happen, but when you reach to a certain point, and not really what you expect. You dig me? I try to tell you. So
when you open another door, you think this is what's going to be behind the door, but it's something completely different.
A long hallway and a little door down there. So when you walk closer to the door, now the door get big, right? So when me open the first door, now I see all the hallway, some stairs, some corner and big things up there. I say, yo, John knows. So that's how, like, 2003 now, me, like, the music, me wasn't there. For a good while. Till about 2008.
That's how long?
2008. Even still a win clash, but it wasn't me.
What Why would you say that, though? What do you find in your heart of hearts or in your mind totally changed?
All right. You see, I go through phase in music, just like even right now, I go through a different phase. I'm not focused on playing sound, but if it right, I will go play it. But I now go to take up my laptop every day, I put song over this one and talk about, no. Because I reach to a level where I don't have to do that no more. You dig me? I try to tell you, so I reach to a LeBron James level in the game. Like, you don't have to go practice to play against a high school team. You might have to one stretch and be things. And then think, but right now, them times then me just music, the fun that gone out of it. And me I wonder why me I do this. You know what I mean? Cause me I do it for a bigger, but everybody distracted. Like the fans of me I play for now hear me. Either me not say it right. You dig me? And say so me have to go find a balance.
The formula was off at that time there. World Clash 2003. When did you drop out? Which round?
You know, if I tell you honest, the God truth, that answer out, I'm like, I was never there, cause my mind, from the dance start, I have to go up on stage and let go and say what I say, So if I play, everything that I have about that dance, like, them give me like a CD, the dual CD player, them with the trace stick out, I must say. That alone, and the way back of the stage so for me go play that, I have to go way around, so the mixer with me bring say, yo, never see Bounty Killer in his life, so him get shot, him get starstruck, man can't press play, but it's a Bounty Killer, him sit on the stage, and him never knows him would have see Bounty Killer, so in a real life, not even that call him. So right, that's my second round. Me know so me know in a decent dance. I just want to go home.
All right, you did your year. Everything is going good. Remember when you came back to Canada with the trophy? You said promoters were kind of moving left. Salman were moving left.
You know which promoters me some different breed of promotion, like the dancehall world that have me away. Who me now work with or who can get me for the lowest price, or who, you know what I mean? Who did I really support the song? Some people from some different race. So me get some different bookings and some different things. I say, wow. So it's set. You know what I mean? I say, all right, I gravitate to who I work with me. I now work with who now work with me. You understand? You have some real people in the dancehall world, and I not go wrong, but you have some people worse than COVID. Yeah.
So as I was saying, when you came back now with no trophy this time, how did your peers, Salman, promoters, and everybody treat you at this time now?
What do you mean? They don't have to treat me no way. Them face one big emoji smile upon them face, man. Big yellow emoji and beard cheeks and beard things, muscle man. Everyone happy, man. Everyone happy here now. You see that every time if I forward back off a work or something happen, I miss my flight coming back. The two history dance I'm in a row I'm supposed to play upon them. The first history, we did supposed to play upon history when we set history.
Because if I remember good, history was probably the next night after or something. Yes. It was a Sunday night.
Yes. The first one we never booked, but the second one we booked. The first one now everybody expect we will come back to Canada with the trophy now, a history dance. Something happened, man. Bag of foolishness, and we were at the border, we get hold up and beer things, so we couldn't get to come through. Till late, till the dance nearly done. Then the next year now, forget my flight, go to the airport, flight cancel. So kid never get to play upon a history. And we set the history, come back and couldn't get to play. So I just be a drama them times. Alright, them times it just be a bad luck off a bad luck, bad luck off a bad luck.
Yeah. from there. So then this is now, was Ron Nelson involved before or after now?
Ron Nelson forward after World Clash. Remember say, here we now. You have a thing there, who see what them can do. Them time they gullible to you know, like as a YouTube, because me and things that people that do things in the best interest of you, but it's not the best interest for them, You know what I mean? So we have to big them up to give you the platform, But sometimes certain platform, when it's given to you, it's not really given to you genuinely, You know what I mean? And you have to understand it's just business. And it took me a while to understand that. So, Ron Nelson never do nothing wrong. It took me long to understand.
It's business.
And that is half of the problem of me that have in the business was taking too long to understand. It's business. That's why today now I might get more enemy because I'm dealing just straight business.
Got you.
You know what I mean?
You played the Fully Loadeds, Last Song Standing?
All of them.
Which one did you win?
Fully low, what's it? Last Song Standing.
That was the one you won. And that was against...
Who do we call it? Diplomat again.
Yeah.
And Laser Force.
Yes, that's when thing was around the Seasons Rhythm. And if I remember good, they might have dropped the TOK and you dropped the Bounty on the Yes.
Cause remember, me the sit and play already and I know say them big song. And then times Bounty Killer, the biggest artist with that pan rhythm. If you have voiced any rhythm, a Bounty. So you voice the TOK, that's nice. But Killer sing, nobody know have this.
Yeah. I remember that, like crazy. You understand? Crazy. We're going to get back into your classes just now, but there's some names that you brought up earlier, some artists that I know you very early in their career, you were around. Mavado, Vybz Kartel, Idonia. Who else was around where you linked New Kids?
Munga, Europe. Fucking the list goes on, man. Keep Rich, Singer J,
Massacre later on, Bling Dog later on.
Yeah, man. Braika.
Mitch ARP. You were always playing those intros, those Mitch ARP.
Mitch, up to today, up to any clash we get, up to, if we get a clash next week, so man that's know that don't voice no Mitch.
I know who you
when you war with we.
Who you really had the link with was New Kids. How did you guys link in the first place?
All right. We think now it's not a like artist and sound man link. It's like with advice one time New Kids come to Canada with them time have Q45, Elephant Man, Eggnog, New Kids, Nitty Kochi and them did forward. I think. Yes, Keep Rich. And then me and New Kids start reasoning we're all the vibes from so like 2000 time. We are reasoning. We just a link and the man say, yeah man, him can voice dub and beer things for we. And we just a reasoning. I say, yeah man, him can. So we just make a link and the link just real from them times. They're like, more time and not even no money now send or nothing. It coming like a New Kids sound like one of the time like New Kids that are part of Rebel Tour. You think I said to you? So like you can't say nothing about New Kids and you can't play no more New Kids than Rebel Tour. You dig me I say? So I just saw the link they make and it just natural like brother to this date.
And it was the New Kids link that led you to the Buja link.
Yes. Alright. Yeah, cause when me start go to Jamaica now, I just write in a Buja yard me job. The times I Swamp King, a Buja selector the times.
Okay, Stone Love.
Before him leave Stone Love.
That's how the link came on. Mavado. Because this is one person that I know 100%. This was real McCoy days when you had the link with Mavado. How did you link with some? Did you link him when he was singing Blacks, or you linked him when he was Mavado?
Boy, at them time, in the transition to Mavado, because he was a Tyrone Mystic. Because them time they were Mystic or forward, so in the game, right? Mystic come from me. All right. Me there Jamaica and Tyrone said no be. Him have a artist virgin. Him a come link me up at the studio. Him a tell him say like Rebel Tone. Like Tyrone will say, yo, you have a voice for him and a Rebel Tone, that world champion. So my father come link me one day, and say, yo, Tyrone, so me for link you. Like them times that Tyrone and him apart, but Tyrone tell him say, yo, if you have a voice for your song, make that you will get the dub plate. So I'm riding by, come up at Bojo and say, no way. Tyrone say for link you. Them time I don't know no song and sing it. Something I say Kidz in Wicked. He say, yeah man, voice man in bad. So I say, alright. So me and S1 there at the studio. I have a little computer. I say S1 go voice. No I lie. We voice him in a Bojo studio the first time. And next day now, I go back up at the studio and I say, no, but I give Jazzy T a song, and my father come back up at the studio again and say, no, but I give Jazzy T a song, you know. And he locked down the whole of that place named Mass Camp last night. And I say, hey, we song. And I say, I'm dreaming that I'm floating on $1,000 bed. And I say, hey. So I say, S1. Because I'm busy them times, I say, S1, voicing for me. So S1 put on the headphone and record it on the laptop. And so, them times it wasn't a money thing, you know. It was like, my father said, want him thing go road and a youth have it. Like, you know what I mean? Because when we are play, we are play everywhere. Bojo a DJ, everywhere new kids are DJ, we get around or something, you see me? So, even my father used to come out with them times. Because I'm a roll with Killer. So anyway, Killer there, busy the whole way apart from Kartel, go down. Them time the Alliance not even built yet.
They weren't around that time there yet.
Alliance not built yet. Them times everybody meet up at Bojo yard. You know what I mean? So Bojo did that build bring a unity in the music business. That time the before Alliance built. Them time the anger management not drop yet. It just a drop. You know what I mean? If you go back and listen 100-watt video, you see assassin everybody around a Bojo yard. Me dead when them songs there built.
That was the link right there. Kartel. How did you link with Kartel? Because you're saying from World Clash you were playing Kartel.
Before World Clash.
Before that. How did you link with Kartel?
Alright, here we link now. And no Kids and Singer J did a par. Singer J come from Portmore. Alright. I remember, alright. Frisco Kid to the inner the link thing. Me and Frisco Kid brother now normally used to drive we around. So when they are Jamaican, I go from country to town, I'm a bad driver at that. So him now did have an next Portmore, so I always go over Portmore. And Cabra to me, I always go over Portmore, go link Cabra. But Kartel now coming from Singer J and No Kids. And more time now, we are go on some little tour now. We No Kids, Q45. I don't remember who Kartel is signed to them time. They must have Roach.
Yes.
Roach, him did around Roach, and when I go up at Dan studio now, Kartel up there them times, Kartel song them not bust yet. Him not like him a lock Jamaica, but in the international market, him not reach us yet. Then time I DJ fast. Right? So we did a studio link. You know what I mean? We never like a par around them every day. Maybe if we go up on a show for them room, they're right there, so and we are all a reason out the door, right? You know what I mean? And so you go. So
you were even voicing dubs over by Don Carleone, Vendetta Studio. Yeah.
All right. The first, when we reach a Jamaica, the first time when Chin say, yo, you meet with a Jamaica, and Master Lee from Code Red picked me up at the airport. You know?
Right, Jay.
All right. And Master Lee now, live right down the road from Don Corleone's studio up on one of them. Right, so when we reach Jamaica the first night, Master Lee bring me to one place, like a guest house uptown. So then I walk back now and go link Master Lee, and then we end up, Kidz say, I'm there for Dan. I'm gonna look at 2 minutes from me, you know. I'm go up there, everybody up there's a Kartel up, there's a Cool Face. Them times they go out there, Alla Point them. No, them never real, no, that are the before, that a couple years before Alla Point.
Okay.
Well, but
Probably Marshall them was up there too?
Marshall did up there, so them times we know, them rhythm, them did a bill, Madans and there's something.
That's how that linked there, because that's where everybody was hanging at one time, was over, that was uptown. That's where everybody was hanging at one point.
That's the hot rhythm them I come from them times, and I'm done to carry the swing, like 2002, 2003.
And did you have a solid link with Killer back those times there too?
All right, here one now. Killer just rate me. I mean, his Killer's a man that talk to me, but the how him deal with me, him have to rate me. Man, him just go at me out the door and him just go sing 2 songs for me.
Yeah.
Alright, when I got a World Clash, 2 Killer me get, you know. And the man give me a song when nobody not have. Bass Odyssey not have. Matterhorn not have. And them time the Matterhorn and Killer apart, and Bass Odyssey him sound.
And they didn't have it.
Him know so me only have 2, so him test me and give me 1 with them have, and give me 1 with them not have. I'm gonna make it work. Yeah, that stuff me, and then little after that now, some men start get dub from Killer because in their studio and beer things, and it's just a vibes thing where one of the selector them with them amongst the place, you know what I mean? So now him know the thing. You know what I mean? I know like me and him like me not gonna have the relationship where someone have with him to go diss him and this. Me just me and Killer musical respect. You know what I mean? If a voice I'm have to pay my money, I pay my money. If a blessings, you know what I mean? Same so with Bojo.
Definitely, because I know a lot of those, as you said, those Fully Loaded's last song standings, you were playing the new Bojos that nobody heard. You had the, as I said, the Killer and the Drop Leaf. And all of these stuff, you would have some different set of songs you're playing at that time there.
Because yeah, well, no, them times me find a space in the business. If you be a sound, you have to find a space in the business with the artist, promoter, and people. So by that time, I don't have the people them lack. I did have promoter lack. But then by 2005 now, me and the artist them start build a relationship. Or me know somebody. Alright, you see this new thing now where you can go get somebody for cut a dub for you. We were the pioneer for that, you know.
Okay.
Because if we don't know Baby Wayne, we know Baby Wayne's sister. If we don't know a Killer, we know a Predator. You know what I said? If you
it's
don't know
always
Kartel,
close
you know
by.
Singer J. You dig me and say, so the link have to make. You dig me and say, and if we link was a correct link, it's not like a scammer man. Them time the dub scammer never really deb out, you know. You dig me and say to you, because we are go through real link. You know what I mean?
That's big right there. How did Chucky get involved with the song?
That no. Alright, you see that man, you know. I not really this way or this them, you know, but me no remember. But anyhow, alright, Chucky them coming at the sound through probably D-Boy side. And same way Ranger coming at the sound, probably through the link where them have with D-Boy, right? So when them forward on the sound at 100, I can't really remember, but I remember say when everything gone, Chucky was one of the last person to go over Rootsman. You dig me? I say, but Chucky did keep me informed of what was going on when I wasn't in the land. You know what I mean? Sorry, Chucky. Yeah, man. I didn't know the shift that I gonna make and everything, cause even everybody upon Rootsman and me make them know each other.
Yeah. Okay, because we're gonna go to that Rootsman just now, Chucky. Because I remember a Bass Odyssey dance. It was Bass Odyssey, Rebel Tone, Little Thunder. And somebody else in that dance there, bro. King Turbo. King Turbo, Bass Odyssey, Little Thunder, Rebel Tone, and Bass Odyssey. Okay? What happened in that dance here, Newbie? Because this now was where Chucky's name turned to Stucky at this time here now.
All right. Yeah, what go on now? You see, everything where them a beat me about, that dance there is a part of the receipt and the proof. Right? So, every day, more time I clash and I say, no, we can bring somebody for mix for him and beat things. Remember that night then, everybody tell me, no, get rid of Chucky. You can mix better by yourself. And I said, nah, man, when I kill champion, raise them, man. Right? Chucky, them times Chucky did have a little problem. He get distracted a lot. I said to you, so, but me never expect him to do more than what him could have do at the time.
Got you.
When people expect him to do the world because him a play a Rebel Tone and we are world champion, the sound for play better than that. But how am I gonna get for learn if him not get a burn? Yeah, they gonna say to you. So at that night, then we did a play. We still a stand up in the dance. So I not see no reason to get rid of Chucky. You think me I said to you, and it was a night where I could have easily get rid of Chucky and play worse. So me call it as a captain for say, yo, Chucky, better you fix up your thing right now, you know, because we're go for the win. You dig me? As everybody else say, get rid of you, use that to motivate you now. You dig me? I say? And it boiled down till we reach deep. We all win the dance till they say we play back a song. And Squingy go say, yo, no sound we play back song can beat him in a clash, and then give him the trophy. Even with the people that vote for Rebel Tone.
That night there, they voted for Rebel Tone over Bass Odyssey, bro?
And that's true, we play back the Sound Boy come to Rebel Tone school, and Liquor Thunder did say them play it earlier.
And that caused some sort of eruption in the dance at that time there. Crazy. How long was Chucky on the song for?
Yo, to tell you the truth, remember Chucky on the song about a year ago, you know.
That's it.
Yeah. Little before World Clash and little bit after.
You did this thing because this is going to lead us to Tap Out. Okay? You were the reigning champion for a while on Tap Out there. Who was the first song you killed on Tap Out?
Sniper.
Me win.
Alright, you see back. Alright, let me show you now. So I said there's a time when in 2008 where I lose myself. It's a Tap Out time now. I find back my groove. You see, after that now, every time I find back my groove, them always come with some politics in my life. I find back my groove. I've Tap Out a way now and say, yo, man, I go for the biggest sound in Canada what me know about one studio man sound. Sniper. Boom. So that now, you know, so I say, I go for the biggest sound with the people in Canada, you know, King Turbo.
Okay, we're gonna get there. So first Tap Out was Sniper.
Yeah.
You won that dancer. You won that basically in first round. That what I just said, if anybody was at that dance or heard that audio, they know exactly what I mean by me win.
Yeah, why I said that now. Me up to me and Black talk about the dancer what day and I say, yo, listen how it go. Them play them whole round, you know. The whole round them playing like now we are waiting for a forward, you know. Or maybe a forward gain on the dance. But the one song when me play, make the dance feel like say, a joke. The man did a joke in the whole dance. And so I go to Bobs now and say, yo, this a forward, you can match me work off. So this a big, humongous forward, you know, compared to feed them like a beanie forward, yeah. Me really have to play no more song to entertain, you know. Or just give me the winnings now, and me play some song after. You can't kill somebody and then know and say, you're not gonna claim the dead till 2 hours later. Him dead now. We are going to party now. If you can't come back after this, because what me doing at the little 30 second, him never doing a 30 minutes. Yeah,
that was a classic one there. Classic. First tap out. Now, how did they arrange the Rebel Tone and King Turbo? Because remember, at one point, King Turbo wasn't taking dates with a lot of Canadians, especially a one-on-one clash. How did that come up?
Remember, here one now. King Turbo is a good song, but me don't know if them think smart, right? Because when the date was originally taken, they were separated, and then when they know said they couldn't take the last day or something, because if they did just leave me and Ricky for war, it would have been probably a different outcome in the dancing. But they came, the whole of them team up for war, me alone. They try to tell you, because originally me just see the posters, me versus Ricky. Me never know suspects them I go there. Me nearly change up my game for that, you know. For going at the clash now, you know, because me I expect say Ricky, because you don't know Ricky mind different than Andrew when them make them business move, right? So me I think say Ricky alone. So me say, yo, you know, so that dancer would have nice. But when I find out so them team up, I say that dance are extra nice. You know what I mean? So when I go to box now and say, alright, I take the date, I say everybody there, I just say, yo, listen me, it's a do or die situation, kill everybody, you know. I mean, I miss one, this guy, it's hard to get them everybody one time, you know. So I just saw that dance go.
How many rounds did you win in that dance?
Well, how much round? 3? The first 2?
They took one and then you came back and took the other one?
I think I took first round, second round. I don't remember, you know, but I know I'm win 2 rounds for sure. And the dub for dub round.
What was that like beating the big bad King Turbo that all of us, we looked up to when we said, when you first came in the game, I know 100% you looked up to this big King Turbo. What was
King
that
Turbo
like?
One of the songs when me a youth, I hear that song there, I say, yo, it don't make sense me build song. Because I not gonna have enough dub like them, man, you like, you know what I mean? So when it was an accomplishment, you dig me and say to you, like, when me clash a sound, I become a respect them, you know. If me not respect you, why me I go clash you? You know what I mean? Because it have to mean, the winning have to be something. You have to have something for me to get. I can't go clash a sound where me not get nothing from it. I mean, I do charity. You know what I mean? It's better me just tell a man, say, yo, you want your name, me I give you a boy. It make your song get a nice little hype right now. That's the most me can do for a song that don't have nothing, but every song with me clash, me like clash song where me I go benefit from it than clash for clash sake. Me not do dub play showcase. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So that was definitely one of your big moments in actually winning a clash. Was that one there?
Killing King Turbo sound is like killing Kilimanjaro or no different than Bass Odyssey, you know. That a few with Jaro, you know.
100%.
You know what I mean? So them have to look upon it like as a respect to, because and like me, after we come off of the stage and everything, it's just mutual respect. But if you kill that sound there, every killer need that in them book, or you're nowhere near a killer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, I talk the full King Turbo, I not talk about a quarter King Turbo, you know, a piece of King Turbo, I talk everybody.
This is the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
This leads us up to the third one now.
Mm-hmm.
This is you and Rootsman.
Politics.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
But this is what I'm going to ask you first. Who was on Rootsman? Was Davey Boy still over at Rootsman?
No. Here what now? After World Clash, you know, when the split go on, a lot of politics go on now. So, you don't know, them use me as a scapegoat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, him alone, I get the plane ticket, them and be things, you know, like me can control a promoter and be things. So, me falling out of trap there, you know. So, them, me know where D-Boy, if him did them amongst Rootsman, within how long him did them amongst them, me just start hear say him name in a 2-dub later on. But all in my mind, you know, me and D-Boy are brother.
Mm-hmm.
So, me can't in a 2-dub or anything. Me know say this, I'm life. This a rebel tone. No matter what go on with Rootsman, the history what they are so.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a family. This is not a hype thing. You dig me? I said this is not built off of that. This was birth. Mm-hmm. Rebel Tone, when we build a sound, yeah, it's like we. You dig me? I said no matter what, it can't stop say D-Boy and it can't stop say Newbie. You dig me? I said so I didn't know what go on, but we just did. Me just I do the work. Just like right now, you might not see Reverend for a minute. Then you just see Reverend for a minute. Mm-hmm. But me still I do the work. You dig me? I try to tell you. So I don't know if Reverend I play Rootsman right now. That's for say I didn't know if you dig me? I say, but them times him and Ranger is good friend up to this day. Mm-hmm. You dig me? I try to tell you. So I can't tell you what I go on. The sound of Bill, the sound's a family thing. So it not Bill, me don't know when them gone or when them forward. You dig me? I say, but me just have
they're
them
around. They're always around.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. From there. So even now, going into a clash with somebody that used to play your song, mm-hmm. like a Chuck, you know, mm-hmm. and he knows what's in your box, he knows how you think, mm-hmm. and you're clashing with Ranger that was around with the man. Mm-hmm. What was your mindset going into a clash like that?
Okay, the only person that know what go on them time there, D-Boy. Mm-hmm. None of them. Because it's a whole different mindset me I come forward with right now. Mm-hmm. Right? Because remember say, after Sniper, there's a whole different sound them I hear, you know. Mm-hmm. I get serious now again, you know. I start cut tune now and say, yo, since I tune on one, come with my cut tune now. So them never really know what go on. It's the psychs and the politics back of the dance that mash up that clash. Where not mash up the clash, but make the clash go the way it go, you know.
When you say politics, what type of politics was happening?
Whole heap of things, man. Whole heap of things. Alright. If you go watch back the video, you see the line on the table. Mm-hmm. When me I play, mm-hmm. only the side I move. When Rootsman I play, that side I move. And that side I wake up. Right? So when Rootsman now play good, only that side I move. Mm-hmm. When me now play good, nobody in the dance now move. You understand? So that side you program already, the left side on the bar. Mm-hmm. Program already. Remember say, so me not used to them kind of clashing. You know? What you say about when you start the interview is a star selector. Star selector don't bring people go dance. Mm-hmm. Star selector don't ask for free ticket and them something they for give me auntie and my cousin. Star selector don't know how a pot cover comes into a dance. We don't know about that. Mm-hmm. We don't wave banners. We're on the stage, we're busy, we're getting dressed. We're star selectors. You know what I mean? So me now, I come into the dance as a star selector. I didn't know, say, me I go against wannabe star selectors. So when you go against a wannabe, you have to play like a wannabe. You see me? I said to you, because I don't know disrespect, but here what? When you want to be something, you go to your way if you attain it, you know. Right? So if at that time, me didn't know, say, yo, if you win the dance, I have to bring a truckload of people and beer things. Me, the things that people are sweep on the flyers and buy them ticket and say, yo, may I come cheer for this, may I come cheer for that. It never go so. Plan dance.
Is it because they had to win the dance, Rootsman?
Rootsman don't have to win no dance, and the Rootsman can win, you know. But they don't know how to win without forcing it. So that's why their outcome, global winnings, is like this. Because if you're a program to win, and the dance designed for you to win, when you travel, your receipt, even the idiot's worst sound out the road, I gonna kill you. Because you're used to playing for your friends. And your forward gonna come automatic. Forward don't come automatic. You have to dig out forward. You dig me and say to you, and that's what Rootsman, that's them have a wicked sound, but them don't know how to play for new people. Which is the real people. Your friend them are practicing. Because your friend them sometimes not gonna tell the truth. You dig me and say to you? So in the game, if it be an international sound, you have to play like you have to be the star. You have to be that star selected. You dig me and say to you? And you don't know in your yard, if you play in your yard, you will win all the time.
Where did the whole situation go left with you and Ranger?
It didn't go left, you know. You want to know. It's hard. Way of them questions are hard for answer. Cause you want to know more so. With me and Ranger now, there's no competition. So if our music we are in, there's no problem in it. But if it's something else, that must be the problem. But me and Ranger are two different class when it comes to music. You dig me and say, when me I play a song, or them man they are cassette freak. Yeah, even muscle leather, them man they collect cassette long time at that. Him did that do when you in a West you, even after you a play a song. When you done sound and say a cassette me I do, them man they still a listen to cassette and I come with cassette at school. We have built cassette. And I say, yo, every day with new dubbing and with ears and headphones and baiting. Them man didn't know about that. So we couldn't go, me don't know, we can't be in no competition because we're in a two different. Them man they start play a song when I'm a big man. I play a song from my youth. You dig what I say to you? So we can't be in a competition. You know what I mean? So it's hard to explain that.
Would you clash with Rootsman again?
Always.
Yeah.
Remember, say a business me I deal with. Rootsman and Rebelton is a good business. Me invest in other business than myself. You know what I mean? So there's no doubt about it. Me the clash any sound business, like word clashing business wise, but none of business me not involved.
What came first? The One A Day or the Boom Allstar?
Boom Allstar.
How did that even happen? Because that now is a totally different platform, boss. You understand?
All right. You know, saying new Kidz are the front promoter for that dancer, right?
Okay.
All right. But it been keeping years. And then, me I say, but wait. I watch a class and I say, wait. More one piece of this, like, you know what I mean? I like more, like, cause you know, Blacker, I tell Blacker, say, hey, I'm done with club right now, you know, Blacker. Be a stage I want to deal with right now. Any event me I do, have to be a stage event, concert settings me I deal with. If I buy DJ or if I buy more Rebelton on some stage now. Forget this little club in a club and playing at some little banquet or we want stage. If on a stage, we take music on the stage. So I say Boom Clash now. So I like the stage setting there. It's not too big, but it have to look. So I say, you know, say, we go up there, go mash it up, it will give you an extra thing. But I think Dream Weekend had come before Boom Clash.
Dream was before. I thought it was Boom and then Dream.
No, Dream, then Boom, and then we go Vincent, then we go Japan. So Dream was earlier in the year, and then Boom came later on.
Let's get into Boom, we'll get into Dream.
So, Boom now, I tell new kids say, yo, no, 1 year, I tell him say, yo, I rate the thing and be a thing, and I say, yo, Rebel, you would have one day in one of the costume, I say, but you know, say you have to be in Jamaica at least 4 months straight, you know, because a tournament thing, and you have to fly up back and something. So right now, it's a next avenue, but it's rough, and it sounds interesting. Because music now, I take me on a journey now, so I can have the music for at least 4 months straight in a Jamaica. I now come back, I can tell me done Boom Clash, I'm going to win. That was said to me. So I got some bops now and just accept it and fly down and stay down there from start to finish. And up reach semi-finals. You know what I mean?
Because Rough Cut was the first song that you met.
Yeah.
How was that clash for you?
All right. Rough Cut clash. It was an experiment with the crowd too, you know.
Okay.
Because remember, Jamaica is a place where you can play it this week and next week is a whole different Jamaica. It evolved fast in our music, right? Because music built on the spot, down on the ground, like where people are danced to months later, yeah, so already built on the spot.
Totally different vibe.
All right, so when me play again Rough Cut, remember, it's a sound that would bring more bus load of people, you know, 3 bus load of people and beer things come down there. You know? So I said, all right, how me I gonna beat that song yeah, if them have them crowd and beer things. So when I see the selector, him did a focus on me a Canadian. No Canada song can beat me and not this and that. So I said, great. And when you're confused and distracted in Canada right now, I me show him say, we juggle the same way, I even better than them. And I just that me do with Rough Cut, you know.
And then that led you to Renaissance. That one there surprised the hell out of me. I know Jazzy T and I know how Jazzy T gets down when he's ready. But what happened that night there, boss?
No, you want to know. I find back myself and I tell you, so I'm a zone. Anytime I'm a zone, it's going to be a landslide victory. Right? Remember, say, Rough Cut was a test. Remember, saying a tune for tune. If you notice, me get disqualified when me a clash Rough Cut, you know. Although me win the clash.
Yeah.
But me figure out what the people them want. He might play them big song, yeah, and me I play Mavado. He might play a next big song, me I play Mavado. He might play a next big song, me play Mavado. And me still a lead. So right there, so the generations shift on them and them not even see that in front of them eyes. Tune for tune is not about this old person singing a song no more. It's the song that's most popular to the people at the time. Especially
in Jamaica, in that type of setting.
In a town, you're there, you cannot play like you're there a country. That's why I try to tell some sound, you have to learn to play out of your zone. You dig me? I try to tell you, so if all your friends them are some man will like song pan Chomecan, then you go and when you go play up at New Kingston, where you go to play Chomecan. Yeah, I mean, so that me figure out now with Jazzy T, you know, I go sub bops and say, yo, my strategy, I have to beat him with some music when them sounded hot. Cause him now go in the zone. The people them want an episode, my episode, I have to beat you with what you know about. Cause you can't beat me with me know about. But me I go beat you with what you know. You don't know nothing about new tune. So there you go. I go beat you with all of the song them. Where you for the song that me use beating, him should have them locked with a juggling to show me how to play them. It's like a son can't come play Showtime rhythm in a juggling right now, wickeder than me and broke out. None new selector right now can go play back Pepper Seed and call the right juggling. Mix it and hot wax, mix it better than me. Right now I'm better stick with him new song them way around the place. But him not know how to deliver the thing. So what Jazzy T never stick to him roots. You know what I mean? Him try switch up on it and I try play some different way where that's not a Renaissance roots. He use, if you listen to songs of me using a Renaissance kind of tempo and them kind of when Renaissance a boss and beer thing.
That level there, and then that led you to. So then you won the two, the rough cut and the Renaissance. But then this now led you to Yard Beat. What happened in that class there now?
Boy, I like them interviews up me and I must have earwalk go on with them now.
Wow.
The truth kind of hurts still, but here we now. You have to remember, say, Yard Beat buy out the ground.
What do you mean?
You mean you have to remember this, you know, man. It's a thing named, you run a 5-pack, you know, you have the ground lock, you know. You understand? Me not remember Starboy thing me I work with, you know, me not time for run a 5-pack. And it's only a 10-pack you get when the dance done. So you gotta run 5-pack. Now if you hold the ground, that means you're not good. Me I try to show the people I'm something good. You know what I mean? Because I'm a real born Jamaican, so me have something to prove to Jamaica. I can't come buy out the winnings here. You dig me? I'm saying what me should I do when me go wrong is me believe that people are like that. You know what I mean? Mankind is weak, mankind follow the pack. You know, business is just business at the end of the day, but when me, like, sometimes I run joke with it, you know, like, me deliberately test the waters to see if talent are business. But every time I test it, I lose. It boils down to just business. And I have hope that it's, like, you know, when you make it to the top, it's about talent. It's about talent, yes, for people see you, but it's really business. You know, it's that reach me in the last part, business. Corporate ship and be a thing, right? That reach me.
So would you say you were on your A game that night there?
No, I was too deep in my A game that night. Because it's not about your A game no more, I tell you at this point. The A game was first. Was to me to beat the semifinals, you know. A game bring you guys semifinals. But semifinals finals boil down to business. Because the last show is a big show. We're gonna put in a big park and we're gonna sell this and we're gonna market this now. Japan versus Jamaica now, read between the lines. Well, we are gonna have 2 black men up on the stage a war when we can market the Japanese market and market, like, you know, business is business, you know what I mean? A lot of people now gotta understand that. And worse when judge is judging the thing, not the crowd is judging. When judge is judging and it's corporate, it's a different ball game, you know what I mean? Everybody does our work, you know what I mean? So we can't beat them or we can't say, yo, them wrong, or it's business.
It's business.
Yes.
And that's just what it comes down to. You brought it up, Dream Weekend. How did that work out for you?
Yo, it was wonderful, you know. Because now that dance now, them paying me for kill. That dance now, one of the first dance, not one of the first, but it's a money counter, them go for like, it's a machine over there, so bring one bigger, pick up a New Kingston, remember said the dancer keep a nigger, you know. Or Polygony, me have to go to the Dream Weekend head office, you know, big duffel bag. And say, you look at me and D-boy and say, yeah. Remember, somebody must die that night, right? In them spoken, them redskin money and say, remember, this is a clash, right? Man, I look at me like we can't mash hands, you know. So me go to Bob and said, so not that you pay me for. Remember this, not for the man them excuse when we reach at the night, you know. I say, yo, they never know say a clash, you know. The big name, them and everybody on the bill. No, this is World Vybz night, this is the night of war, you know. Remember I say a clash me get paid for when me reach at the stage and backstage, the lady said to me, where's your MC? Who's gonna MC for you? Where's your hype man? So me I said, I look for my shoes. Like she weird, like, you know, like, what kind of money this he's gonna ruin it. He's gonna ruin the show. Like, you know, so she wanna give me the vibe that I'll be able to say, yo, I know. So when them said about one time, one time I pay, must have one time I pay. So when I say about one time, and me go play and get the touch them up in the place and do my little image now, because I remember I always play like I can't mash hands, you know. And so when I done playing, the same woman run upon the stage. Oh my God, you were magnificent! You were spectacular! Beer things and I said, yo. I said, yo, them name me the one man bands, One man bands Jamaica have me. So from that to Boom Clash, them know me as the one where me don't need an MC, I mean I need no mixer. If them things are like are just to pretty up the thing, you dig me? I say I make it kind of easier. But if any war come, them know me as you where you don't need that. You know what I mean?
One man band from Canada. Crazy. Another dance that I brought up, One A Day. Settlement of Argument. You and Polly from St. Mary. You guys always had a real love-hate relationship. This week you're good, next week you're not good, third week, all right, but fourth week you're back to fighting again.
No, you know. That dude, sometimes him don't know himself. You know what I mean? It's not like there's no love to it and there's no hate to it. Everything balanced with me. See, me as a youth, you know, from me have respect, me hear and go through. Me not even have to, me and you not even have a link. You can't par with them people that when I like me. Hear and go through. Me seeing the man, me hear and go through music and me deal with, right? But them man, they know. For them way of success is by living on people's name or taking away credibility from people. Right? If you have a problem with me, book me up on the stage and where you are. Don't see me mad up on Facebook and tag her in your foolishness. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on, brother, I'm joking your eye with that. You know what I mean? Real deal. Yeah, it's not like a joke thing now, because this doesn't have nothing to do with business and don't have nothing to do with music. So, them man, they play them extra game. You dig me? So I don't play them game there with music. Look at me at the muscle. Me not have a second in my life to do them foolishness there. You dig me? I said to you. So with him not have no respect. And if that what people want, me and him not do the same job. You dig me? I say we do two different work. And me as a man will just leave the game, get them. Because the fans them, it's what the fans them want, you know. Me can't go to them and tell them say Holy Emmanuel Selassie right now when I diss them want. You know what I mean? So God go with him and fame way of living, eh?
Because that dance, you came in hot. Your first round was
but
devastating, boss.
But here what now? Politics, man. Politics is a part of, alright, you see when the promoter want to get you out, you know, there's nothing you can do, you know. When the host, when people catch them out the door, say, you know, well, get no bit when the host and people out the road are talking and baiting. So people come to me and tell me things and I just act foolish to it. I know about the clash before the clash even start. From a reach and pull up out the door, bonus clip and let me hear some man out the door say, yo, wait, take. I'm a laugh. Because I know that I got played around the way you did see. And then I didn't win. How am I not win around there? Right? So, I reach up and entertain the people them now. Like I know say as long as I get paid, then I start telling them say, yo, keep on a trophy. Pay me for play, keep on a trophy because this is for people that need a trophy. I have too much. Right? So that way with them dancing from them times it no, we come on later.
Why does everything seem to be politics with you in particular? Or is it not just you, it's everybody else, but it's just because we're having this conversation?
I call it out the most.
Okay.
Alright, you have some people get beaten, you know. And the man was stepping at them neck, you know. Them go back to that person. Them literally come to me and cry, you know. I want a beating, boo going on, nose knot and everything, you know. And next week, them and the man will beat them to death, nearly broke up them bone apart. And this me. So in them blood, there's nothing you can do, muscle. Just in them blood, and them is weak. You know what I mean? Because there's certain people who go through the same thing as me, you know. But them not willing to stand up by themselves. Them have to go with them have to move with the crowd. You dig me? I try to tell you, and if you move the crowd, you'll be abused. Muscle, I'm afraid of beating, you know, muscle. Mother go beat me, I run in the muscle and hide and lock the door and put something behind the door, you know. I'm not turn up and take no lick from nobody, you know. Right? So, them when you love beating, them love their abuser.
So you're not, because you call it out, you seem to be the target of the politics all the time.
Because it's not supposed to be said. It's not supposed to be said. You know, see, all of this, alright. All the things, 2021 was a year where everybody start bust everything, you know. But me been saying it, but nobody was listening to the child. Now me a big man and me say, me laugh. Me not really need to say nothing on the interview or nothing because me happy with myself. With everything I go through, all the fight I get, my endness is happiness. Right? So we love them. We love everybody we fight against Video Buster because them bring me to this. That person I know when no say, yo, I'm satisfied with everything. You dig me? I try to tell you, I could have more. But I'm still blessed. It could have better, yes, but I'm still blessed. You dig me? I say?
Everything could always be better. We're sitting in your studio, Garage Records, right now. What made you decide to build a studio and go something? Because you did the clashes, you did the juggling and stuff. How did the studio drop in now?
It's nature, you know. Because within growth, you know, it's a next branch. There's no difference of, like, a selector is like, is a person that go to a grocery store, but they don't know how to farm. So once you start farming, you find yourself going to the grocery store less. You might just go get 2 little knickknacks and 2 snacks. But when you still can farm and get the fundamentals like a rhythm, and you can build a rhythm where you know say that is a thing where people go buy juggling later on, and people go to the supermarket, a selector have to go to the record store back in the days, them have to go online for download, them have to go find this, what's the newest song. But none of them is not putting back for all the years they've been taking. Even if me buy my record, them, okay, that's nice. But you buy them, you probably have play them and scratch them and make up bag of nice on them. So now what you're gonna put back into the music? You've been taking. You take the man good song and cuss bad word over it every night and be things. The man never want him song play. So you took away from the art of what the man, right? So now you come to put back. To me, that's a Garage Records.
This is your give back to the game.
Yes. To some part of the game because the game bigger than us. It's maybe you not understanding, maybe she not understand it, Black might not understand it, right? But there's somebody over there so where I say, yo, I like this. You know what I mean? So maybe I could birth something.
Because even with another facet of you now, have the studio, but then you started putting out your own songs now. We're talking about songs like Crick Crick and your new song right now, Money Too Enough. All right. How did we get from selector, juggling, to now artist? How did we get here?
Because you and I was a selector. Not everybody is a selector. You know? There's DJs and there's selector. See, D-Boy is not a DJ, he's a selector. The boy can tell you which song to play, which song hot, which song gonna run the place. But if you give him the headphone and the microphone, don't do that. Right? But to make a next man we have the headphone and microphone, them probably can't select like the boy. Right? So now me as a selector in the game now, me know how to make the people them move. Right? Me talk on the mic, me know how to get up forward from them. Me know 9 out of 10, you know, that ready me when I go a record store, me not buy that. Not work. Right? So you know what go work already. Right? You have an idea of what kind of tempo, what time to play this. You're not gonna play that rhythm at 11:30. You gotta wait till 2:45 now to drop this night dance, right? So as a producer, when you have all of them skills, because he's a producer, right? You have to produce the vibes then. You know what I mean? Go back to all the greatest producers, them there, all sound man at some point, you know, DJ Khaled, Steely and Clevey, you know what I mean? All of the great producers, them go back, King Tubby's, go straight back down.
They had some connection with sound system.
Yes. Super Cat, you know, Ninja Man, everybody did a dip on a sound at one point, a DJ upon the sound, or select the sound. You know what I mean? So, me just know, say, when you come and look at me 20 years and say, what have you done in the game now? Me know, say, I did lift box at one point, I did buy record at one point, I had one of the first CD sound in the world, I had the first CD sound for Winner Clash, I had the youngest selector for Winner Clash, like, you know, now, like, I can't go do that again. So, now more do at next page in my book. There's a time when I take off a music for go to school. You know what I mean? And say, I go learn music now instead of just going like say I run up and down every day I play. I take out, go learn it. You know what I mean? The physical, everything about music. And then forward back and say, I add something to it. Still can't play one dance.
What's left for you?
Movies, yeah, like big screen, yeah? Like not even big screen because you can't control that now. So right now, I just want all my music. One day I watch all the TV and my kids I watch the TV and them hear all the beat in the background. They're not even have to see me. They just hear a sound in the back of a movie. That's my next small adventure, just a little garage records or a little ping pong or something. You know what I mean? But right now my goal this year is to get about 15 minutes in a one dance, every dance. 15 minute slot. No balance or play 15 minutes. Good. You know what I mean? That's my goal for 2020.
So you're ready to get back into the juggling world right now?
You know, it's not to get back in, because as me I said, when the sky free up on everything, I'm fit for travel around the world, you know. And I like before COVID I couldn't travel. Right? Now I'm full Canadian now, you know, like the full Canadian, the real Canadian, and the landed immigrant, full Canadian. So and not every country I can go in any country. So me did deliberately take myself away from burning out myself, you know. Because when people don't see, you know, and them know say you're good, you know, it just builds up for the return, you know. If Sky Drew still a player, if Rory is still a player, the man they're big man from me a baby, you know, and them still a player. So where? Just relax.
Yeah.
Relax, you're good. Relax. So I'm ready, my fit ready for anything, any occasion, but the time when me take from that, I build a new department. Look behind it. The man there before COVID, the man not build no rhythm. Right now, the man there lock the place.
That's wild. Yeah. Before I get you out of here, any big ups, anything you want to say, any contact info, anything right now, the floor is yours 100%.
Boy, you have to just look out for Team Rebel, you know. Not just me, because more time on me, I say the words, right? But it's a team away, you know, but them not really vocal like me. And me really not vocal a lot. So if we just say this, people really not gonna understand it's a team. You understand? So from Father Rebel to D-Boy to Blackatone to Bashman to Bobby Culture to Gunhead, Dirty Shot, you know what I mean? A whole heap away, if the list goes on. If me Sean Bless, you dig me and say Bradley, Reverend, you dig me and say, and also man a fight for Jane and Finch. We not have to fight for Jane and Finch. You know what I mean? We not even have to pinch with Jane and they grow with it. From me, you go to school and you know about a sound, it's Rebel Tone. Right? So there's no fighting for that. And there was only one. You dig me? I try to tell you so big up the whole of Jane and Finch and the whole of Toronto, Scarborough, everywhere, man. The whole of Japan, the whole of Mexico, Costa Rica, Martinique, you know what I mean? And them places they beat my song them all over. You dig me? I say France and them places. So I'm busy. You might not see me in Toronto, but we are do things for the world. And it's dead already. You can see it. You dig me? I said to you, everything balance are the slogan, man. Everythingbalance.com. The clothing line drop.
I seen that.
Yeah. Big things, man. We work with young artists. My main goal is to work with young artists. The artists I'm big already, we work with them later, but my focus is opening the door for artists. Like if Lindo P did have that door 25 years ago or 20 years ago, you dig me? I try to tell you. So I just that. Get them in the juggling them way. You can't play in a dance, not just get a song. When you give to a selector, it just mix in right. You know what I mean?
Same time. Where can they check you out on social media?
At Garage Records, one word, with a Z, At NEWBALANZ with a Z, NEWBALANZ, Rebel Tone Canada. The word. From you say NEWBALANZ, everything balance, I find the link, you know what I mean? Because I say big up the team, all who me not big up. Just big up all the real people. Real people don't need big up. You understand, man? So I just that, but other than that, everything balance everywhere.
Balance. We're starting 2022 right here, moving forward, keeping it moving. You understand what I'm saying?
Balance. Man.
Right, true. Lock up. Big up yourself, man. All right. Let me give you an outro, my brother, because this conversation, epic, especially to see inside of Balance, where we just see you on the stage, you cuss, you go about your business, and we don't really hear from you again. To sit down and do this, you're going to really get to see inside of what's inside of your mind there.
And then this is just a snippet still, because if you thought the whole story politics, too much politics, I'm not enough time for answer back, right?
Yeah.
So everything we say are the truth from start to finish, and answer nothing.
Just so.
Balance.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out. This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.